All right, everyone. Before we proceed with today's adventure, let's take a moment to recap what has happened so far. In Episode 1, you all embarked on a quest to recover the powerful artifact, the Arcane Constitution. You traversed through the Crypt of Riddles, solving riddles and overcoming goblins using your stealth and magic. You discovered the hidden chamber containing the Orb of Truth, and after defeating a skeletal warrior, you successfully retrieved the orb. In Episode 2, you cautiously decided to use the powers of the Orb of Truth on your journey. You vanquished a massive stone golem and crossed a rickety wooden bridge. When you set up camp for the night, you discussed your motivations for seeking the Arcane Constitution. The conversation was interrupted by an alarm spell, indicating an approaching threat. Dire wolves and a sinister, unknown creature approached your campsite, and we ended the session on a cliffhanger. In Episode 3, you faced the powerful werewolf, played by guest star Joe Rogan, and its pack of dire wolves. You used teamwork and your various abilities to gain the upper hand in the battle. After revealing the enchanted freezer box containing ice cream, I'm still not sure I should allow that, you returned your focus to the combat. You chose to incapacitate rather than kill the werewolf, and used a spell to communicate with it. The werewolf, now known as Rennick, explained that it was under a curse and forced to serve the cruel sorcerer, Malazar the Cruel, who resides in the Shadowood. You decided to help Rennick and find a way to lift the curse, using magical restraints and a spell to suppress its aggressive tendencies. And now, with Rennick as your new ally, you're heading to the Shadowood to confront Malazar the Cruel and bring justice to those he has harmed.
Hey, Ben, I've been thinking about that enchanted freezer box I mentioned earlier. Can we work that into my character's backstory? I mean, who doesn't love ice cream, right?
Well, Gruff, I appreciate your enthusiasm for ice cream, but we need to consider the game's setting and the mechanics of an enchanted freezer box. It would be quite an unusual item for a world like ours.
It's not game-breaking, just a fun little addition to my character.
I suppose we could allow it, as long as it doesn't grant any significant advantage in combat or skill checks. Just a small personal item that brings your character some comfort and joy during the journey.
Sounds fair to me. I promise I won't use it to freeze any monsters or anything like that. It's just a nice way to cool off and enjoy a sweet treat after a long day of adventuring.
Okay, as you make your way toward the ominous Shadowood, let me set the scene for you. The land you're traversing is known as the Kingdom of Veritas, a once prosperous realm now plagued by the dark magic of Malazar the Cruel. The Shadowood lies to the north, nestled between the majestic Sapphire Mountains to the east and the vast Azure Sea to the west. It's said that the forest itself is cursed, and its twisted, gnarled trees stand as a testament to the corruption that has befallen this once verdant region. You've been traveling for days along the winding River of Truth, which cuts through the heart of Veritas, acting as both a guide and a barrier against the encroaching darkness. The air grows colder and more foreboding as you draw nearer to the forest, and the once bright sun now struggles to pierce the thick canopy of twisted branches above.
Rennick, I've been meaning to ask you more about your backstory. How did you end up cursed as a werewolf, and what motivates you to fight Malazar?
Hey, Thalen, dude, let me break it down for you. So I was this badass ranger, right? Just chilling with my family, living the good life, but one messed up day, this jerk Malazar and his punk minions roll into my village, starting a freaking nightmare. And in the heat of battle, that douchebag curses me with lycanthropy. So now I'm on this wild-ass journey to break free from this werewolf curse, man. I've got to avenge my people and make sure nobody else has to deal with this crazy werewolf situation. You know what I mean?
That's quite a story, Rennick. I can relate in some ways. My character, Thalen, was once a scholar at the prestigious Arcanum Academy, studying ancient lore and history. But when he discovered Malazar's plan to use the Arcane Constitution for his own nefarious purposes, Thalen felt compelled to act. He left behind his academic life and trained to become a ranger, embarking on this quest to stop Malazar and protect the land he loves.
Well, Thalen, that's a nice little story you've got there, but it's not as impressive as my character's history. Barnabas is a highly successful wizard, the best in the business, with a tower made of solid gold. Everyone respects him, and he's got all the best spells, but sure, your story is nice too, I guess.
Well, Barnabas, everyone has their own path, and I believe that what makes our group strong is our diversity and the unique skills we each bring to the table.
Me and my character both roll our eyes.
Also, I want to acknowledge the unique struggles you face as a werewolf, Rennick. I'm not trying to say that our experiences are equivalent. Your journey has been filled with pain, loss, and the burden of this curse. It's a testament to your strength and resilience that you're still fighting for what's right. Together, we'll bring Malazar to justice and make sure no one else suffers like you have.
No worries, dude. You ever think about how being a werewolf is like a really bad acid trip that you can't escape? I mean, one minute you're just chilling, minding your own business, and the next thing you know, You're tripping balls, growing fur all over your damn body, and you're just howling at the moon like it's the most profound shit ever, man. But the real kicker is, once you're back to normal, you've got to deal with the aftermath. It's like waking up after a crazy night out and finding your clothes shredded, your house a mess, and your neighbors pissed off. Good luck explaining that one, dude.
Okay. As you finally arrive at the edge of the Shadowood, you can't help but feel a sense of dread washing over you. The path ahead is shrouded in darkness, and the malevolent energy that permeates this place seems to weigh down on you like a heavy cloak. But you are resolute in your quest to recover the arcane constitution and rid the kingdom of Malazar's evil influence. With grim determination, you steel yourselves and step into the gloom, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead.
I've seen worse places, believe me. But with my incredible magic and your, help, we'll make the kingdom of Veritas great again.
Folks, I think it's time for me to scout ahead, Check for any potential threats or traps.
All right, Thalen, make a perception check.
I rolled a 16. Yes, we can.
You notice some faint magical auras surrounding the area, but you don't see any immediate threats. Good job, champ.
Wait a minute, Thalen. You said you noticed some magical auras, right? Let me take a closer look. I'm an expert in these things, the best.
Well, I actually never said...
Ben, what do I roll?
Hold on, Donald. Barack, does Thalen relay what he sees to the group?
Yes.
All right, Barnabas, make an Arcana check to see if you can determine the nature of these magical auras.
I rolled a 19. Told you I'm the best.
Impressive, Barnabas. As you focus on the faint magical auras, you recognize them as a form of necromantic energy. This dark magic is likely the cause of the forest's decay and the oppressive atmosphere you're experiencing. It seems that Malazar's influence has spread throughout the Shadowood, corrupting the land and its creatures. This knowledge serves as a grim reminder of the importance of your quest and the need to stop Malazar before his power grows even stronger.
It's going to take a lot more than a creepy forest to scare me off. Let's go, folks.
We should try to move quietly in case there's something out there.
You cautiously move deeper into the forest. As you press forward, the twisted trees and tangled underbrush of the Shadowood seem to close in around you, creating a claustrophobic atmosphere. The canopy above is so dense that it almost completely blocks out the sunlight, casting eerie shadows that dance and flicker in the sparse beams of light that manage to find their way through. The air is damp and heavy with the scent of decay, as if the very forest itself is rotting from within. Despite the oppressive gloom, you also notice an unsettling silence, devoid of the usual sounds of nature. It's as if the creatures of the forest have abandoned this place, leaving only the cold and the darkness behind.
You know what they say, when the going gets tough, the tough make lemonade? Let's press on and kick some Malazar behind.
Caden holds his sacks tenderly.
Hey, dudes, so you were talking about this orb of truth thing you stumbled upon earlier in your wild adventure, right? I gotta know, man, what's the deal with that? Like, what does it actually do? Any of you fine folks figured out what kind of mojo this orb's got going on?
Well, we do have some theories, but no, we haven't identified it yet.
Rennick is the group's expert wizard. I could definitely identify the orb.
All right, Barnabas, if you'd like to try identifying the properties of the Orb of Truth, you'll need to spend some time studying it during a short rest. Do you want to take a break and focus on the orb, or keep moving forward?
I'll identify it later. We should keep moving. We have a mission to accomplish, and we're going to do it bigly.
Agreed. We can't afford to waste time when Malazar's influence is spreading. Let's keep our eyes open and our wits about us.
Good call, Gruff. We'll stand united in the face of this darkness, just like America after 9/11.
As you continue your journey through the twisted depths of the Shadowwood, the oppressive atmosphere only grows stronger. But with determination and the bonds of friendship forged on the road, you press on, ready to confront Malazar the Cruel and restore peace to the kingdom of Veritas.
We've been walking for hours now, and the forest only seems to get darker and more twisted. Let's stay vigilant, everyone. We don't know what kind of creatures or traps Malazar might have placed in our path.
As a werewolf, my senses are heightened, so I'll try to pick up on any weird smells or sounds that might warn us of danger.
Rennick, make a perception check with advantage, thanks to your keen werewolf senses.
Well, I rolled a 17 and a 20. Natural 20, baby.
With your heightened senses, Rennick, you detect a faint, unsettling odor wafting through the air. It reminds you of Malazar's foul magic, a mixture of decay and something else. Something unnatural. You also hear the faint sound of raspy breathing, echoing through the twisted trees. It seems that danger is lurking nearby, and you're able to alert the party in time to prepare for whatever awaits you.
Guys, I can smell the stench of Malazar's magic in the air. We're getting closer, so be on your guard.
Listen up, folks. I'm going to use my divine sense to detect any evil presence nearby, the malarkey kind.
All right, Gruff. Activating your divine sense, you become aware of a powerful presence of evil lurking not far from your current position. It seems that Rennick's keen senses were correct, and you are indeed drawing closer to danger.
Folks, there's something wicked out there. We need to be ready for whatever's coming our way.
Good call, Gruff. Let's get into a defensive formation and prepare for battle.
I'll get my powerful spells ready. Nothing can stand against the might of Barnabas the Magnificent.
As you ready yourselves for the approaching threat, the sound of raspy breathing grows louder, accompanied by the sound of dragging footsteps. Emerging from the shadows of the twisted trees, you see a group of ghastly, decaying creatures, their flesh rotting and their eyes glowing with an unholy light. These are undead monstrosities, likely the result of Malazar's dark magic.
Looks like we've got ourselves a good old-fashioned zombie hoedown.
Time to face the music, my friends. Caden readies his saxophone for battle.
Bring it on, you undead freaks. I'm ready to tear you apart.
We'll stand strong and fight these abominations together. Let's go.
You notice a figure clad in dark robes standing at the edge of the battlefield. The air around him crackles with dark energy, and you immediately recognize this sinister figure as Malazar, the evil necromancer himself. He watches you with a twisted smile on his face, his eyes locked onto Farnham. Time to bring on our next guest star. Mr. Irons, could you join us?
Yes, Ben. Thank you for having me. This is going to be fun. Should I just start then?
Go ahead.
Well, if it isn't Farnham, the bumbling would-be hero. I've been waiting for this moment. My dear hapless foe, your attempts at thwarting my plans are as futile as they are predictable. Did you truly believe that you and your ragtag band of misfits would be the ones to bring about my downfall? Ha! How delightfully naive of you. You see, Farnham, power is a fascinating thing. It's intoxicating, it's seductive, and it's the one thing that separates those who rule from those who merely exist. As I stand before you, a being of immeasurable might, you persist in your feeble struggle, barely able to comprehend the grandeur of my vision. Oh, but it's not entirely your fault, I suppose. You were always meant to be a pawn in this cosmic game, a mere obstacle for me to overcome on my path to ultimate dominion. And as you quiver in fear, staring into the face of your own insignificance, know that it was your own inadequacy that led you here. You and your pitiful companions may have won a few battles, Farnham, but I assure you, the war is far from over. The darkness that I have unleashed upon this world cannot be vanquished by the likes of you. It will spread, it will consume, and it will leave nothing but ashes in its wake. So continue to play the hero if you must. Cling to your precious illusions of justice and valor. In the end, it will be my laughter that echoes through the void, as I stand victorious amidst the ruins of all you hold dear. Farewell, Farnham.
As Malazar's taunts linger in the air, Farnham stands there, shaken but defiant, unwilling to accept defeat. His fists clench as he swears an oath to himself and to his fallen family that he will stop Malazar no matter the cost. Just as Farnham's resolve is restored, Malazar raises his hand with an earth-shattering explosion that rocks the battlefield. A massive, twisted creature emerges from the smoke, its eyes burning with malice. The ultimate test of Farnham's heroism has arrived. And that, my friends, is where we'll leave this epic tale for now. Thank you for joining us in our 4th episode. If you'd like to see more of our quest for the Arcane Constitution, then please like and subscribe for more presidential adventures. I'm Ben Shapiro, and I'll see you in the next episode.